afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting, amazing Propagandacast from your host and Pearl Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda of Hito Riveting. 1 vs 1 on Langraskaya. In the north it is Major Kusanagi, fighting for the Oberkommando Germany, Deutschland. Taking on the role here of the 107th Panzer Brigade with Grand Offensive, Elite Armored and Scavenge Doctrine versus south it is C++ fighting here for King and Country, the Commonwealth, for the Guards Armored Division, pushing towards Arnhem. We got for him Royal Engineer, Mobile Assault and Advanced Emplacements. Boo. With double infantry sappers versus the triple infantry of Kusanagi. We got a full successive Kubank start here for Kusanagi, allowing him to seize more territory efficiently and rapidly with the power of motorization, as C++ here commits to a triple section start, relying on good old manpower to overwhelm the Hun with good British grit, tea and crumpets. And as always, please remember to like, subscribe and share and press that bell button. Helps me get the video out to more people as possible, and also makes you more likely to get notified by YouTube about the video. I mean, I do get occasionally like people complaining, why didn't I get a notification? I mean, I put out videos daily, so if there's not a notification about it, it's because YouTube decided to hide it from you. So just a quick note there. Moving west-east here aggressively for Kusanagi. C++ there, heavily emphasizing the west. Then we got Grand Offensive for Kusanagi, pulling in as many troops and heavy armor as possible, raiding in headquarters. Hey, this is Kusanagi. Could I maybe reserve a Tiger for some action down the road? Yeah? Nein? Yeah, okay. Sandbags going up here, Fulton moving in there, going engaging, caught there by the sandbags. No trick by either using the light cover to then hide the sandbags behind, so the opponent only gets the light cover bonus there. It's kind of effective when using the sandbags. Close quarters here, but I think the section will have the head. The Fultons on their own at range versus the section cover is not going to do well. And there he goes, second flank here. Kusanagi hits retreat button, realizing he's always going to have men thrown away rather pointlessly. Kuban's using territory on the east, and we got a fourth section here for C++, really committing here to an infantry offensive versus the Hun. Ready to go tally-ho whenever time, the time comes for it. So how will Kusanagi react to this? Note by an interesting deep flank here going on here, trying to outmaneuver any potential machine guns or whatnot hiding about there. Thumbs up there to Kusanagi. Tactically makes a lot of sense, though of course we don't know what's there. Either way though, it's nice and disruptive, though seems like C++ is not quite too concerned. He's just go straight for the car point. Oh no, never mind. Looks like it does have an effect there. He veers off. More infantry arriving there. Goes section with the Sion is also another reason he might set up there, because his opponent's probably not going to expect, and they're going to be hiding there. Expect specifically to hit any troops trying to arrive. There we go. Section alone versus Sturmpani is going to be very much favoured by the Sturmpani, since they can do a lot of damage up close very quickly, as you can see there. So there you go. Quickly beating up the section, they're getting some easy kills. At the same time, we got digging in here by the tractor, by the munitions point. Kubang flanking from one side, Fultz moving from the other. More Fultz going to deal has been sound forth here by Kusanagi and the 107th Panzer Brigade. Fultz moving up here, flanking the section by the tractor. Section occupying the house here, making it hard for the Kubang to do anything. Taking some amount of damage here. Fultz moving up here. Looks like Kusanagi sees an opportunity to maybe again try and pressure C++ here in the west. Then encounters another section. Section being slowly hosed down. There you go. Another push for the fuel point there. C++ is playing the British incredibly aggressively here, like a bulldog on methamphetamines. Section there pushing back to the Kubelwagen, moving up here, grabbing back the munitions point. Almost got a section right then, ultimately not quite. Back here reinforcement. We'll probably see some text one here for Kusanagi. Trying to rush into, there we go, contest the point and prevent it from being rendered neutral. Close one there for Kusanagi and the 107th Panzer Brigade. Need to pull back, I think, that Kubang for some repairs there from the Sturmpioneer. Or in this case, allow the Volkswagen squad on the munitions point to move ahead. That definitely is also, I think, a clever way to do it. Panzer out here for Kusanagi. Might be planning Panzer 6 or just G43s. We'll have to see, though he will need a truck out for those G43 upgrades. Back here, troops reinforcing. Tech out for him, and got bolster sections as well there. That means there's going to be 4 5-man sections there for C++. That's going to be a bit trickier there for Kusanagi to deal with, and might require some fast machine guns. Oh wait, Panzer squad on the way. Truck on the way there as well for Kusanagi and Deutschland. Kuban receiving direly needed repairs. My god, how did you get so many holes into this thing? We got shot at, Fritz. The Instant Army, oh yeah. Sometimes I think like the Instant Navy. Going about there. Panzer's going to move straight for the fuel point. That's a good disruptive move there. I think we're going to push across here to like grab the fuel point here. No, he wants to defend here, but whoa! C++ has pretty much just spiked his tea with whiskey, and he's just going in all heart there. screaming for King George at the top of his lungs as his men burst through the German lines like a bag of rabid badges. It's thrown on the floor. Sappers on the way there though for C++. Lacking a machine gun here, it's going to come down to some clever maneuvering. Good use of cover here from Kusanagi to halt this brutal British offensive from C++. Operation Wily Badger is a go. Troops are reinforcing. Ground Western fuel point here. Folks are flanking up there, basically cutting off C++ advance here, forcing him to consider retreating soon. Clever play there by Kusanagi. He does lose the cutoff point. Oh, Saps around from the other side. Just hell of a disruptive push there though from C++. Hell of a disruptive push, and Kusanagi is trying to deal with it. Mechanized regiment there, fast look could be helpful, or a Puma versus any potential armored cars. Fulton squad wiped out here by all of the sections just carrying the retreat path here. Kuban falling back close to Vetchini 2. Grand Western fuel point here with a Panzerfuzzlerer. Also denying C++ fuel. Very good there by Kusanagi at the very least, even he's being disruptive of his own. Counter-attack here towards the carve point. C++ advance has very much run out of steam, but he's going to try and make the most of it. Kuban, by the way, very close to Vetchini 2, and there we go. Vetchini 2 gained 5 kills in service of Deutschland. Mechanized rating up there for Kusanagi. Short munitions there for the G43s. He's also shot in infantry, though. With all the infantry that the C++ is lagging about, and MG34 right about now could be very handy there for Kusanagi. And there you go, MG34, sehr good. Sehr good. But there you go, disrupting the fuel supply from the west fuel point. Good counterplay there by C++. Both players here clearly driven, experienced, veteran players who have seen much action, much cheese. Section Sapper setting out here in the south section, counter-attacking here, noting no healing for them, so small chance he could actually focus down the more wounded section, leaving the other section a bit of tight spot. Also here, Concussor Grenade would be a great choice to sort of deal with both sections. But no, failed to pop that in time. Perhaps this is too much going for Kusanagi, but I think a stun grenade here would easily allow him to use to win this engagement, since they're so bunched up. But there we are, Kuban falling back. Falls in trouble, could lose the Sturmpanzer squad, so which would be a very harsh loss here for Kusanagi. Vickers machine away for the C++ and the British Army. Panzerfuzzlerer holding the line valiantly, taking a lot of damage and losing Friedrich, but they pull through. G for the Fleets on the way there, but I think they're going to have to retreat. Another wave there, British infantry will prove to be beyond their capability to hold back. Push around here in the centre, MG34 suppressing the sappers. Kuban there, gaining a bit of the experience from the MG34. Up here, troops in reinforcing. No sign of anything there from the mechanized regiment. Another trot on the way there, you see. Did he just go for it, just to go for the Schwerpanzer squad? In which case, going for the battle group headquarters would have been a smart idea, I think. Could have been a misclick, of course, but either way, seems like he's going for Schwerpanzer headquarters now. That or battle group headquarters, but that would be, I think, also a slightly awkward move here for Kusanagi. So we'll have to see what it ends up being. Kuvan in there, still 5 kills. Sappers there holding and grabbing. Panzer there being suppressed, need to retreat. Would be a very bad idea for Kusanagi to lose his Panzers now they got upgraded. Schwerer Wehrmacht Schlepper being schlepped forwards here, crashing fences, trees, and the occasional squirrel. The way he's setting up, that certainly makes it look like a Schwerpanzer quarters. Volks moving in, Sturmgewehr 44 on the way for the Volksgrenadier to complement their firepower against the Tommies. C++, meanwhile, not really sort of indicating anything, no sign of a doctrine, weapon racks, grenades, anything really. Begging the question of what is C++ here thinking? What is his plan? Guess we find out soon enough. Bit of heavy fighting here. Folks going over. Fighting around the centre. Sapper setting out there. Section in the east here, holding up. Folks are doing what they can with their Sturmgewehr 44. Because there's MG34 and the ooh, not good there for the MG34 needs to retreat. Out in the open, it is very much toast. We got artillery here. Called in. Forcing the forces to evacuate the premises. The entire thing gets turned into splinters and dust. For some reason, not pulling back the machine gun here. Looks like he may not be realising what's going on there. A bit unfortunate for Kusanagi. The rest forces of the Panzer dealing with the section there. 2 versus 1. Sturm punishment in as well. Kuban on the move here. Halfway to Vetchini 3. And losing the eastern fuel point here. C++ laying down a lot of pressure. overall. Might want to go up for some fast orbital in here, possibly. Put some more pressure there on C++. Also reclaim his fuel as fast as well. There goes Sturmpionier getting Betty 2. Baker sitting up there. Good maneuvering of the Vickers machine gun there by C++. 2 thumbs up. Sniper on the way there for C++. Putting more pressure there on Kusanagi's fuel or manpower reserves. And we got their smoke bombs in there. Very good. Force the machine gun into an awkward position. No counterattack there towards the eastern fuel point yet. And go machine gun caught and repositioned. Kuhlwagen joining in as well. The fun here. Machine gun there, good to go. But Kusanagi now is going to be really falling behind fuel here compared to C++, who is basically getting very far ahead now. That's going to be a problem there for Kusanagi. If C++ pushes for a fast tank over him. Also got authorization go, so once he gets the orbital down, he could theoretically equip him quickly with the upgrade. But there you go, going for the cover point that the sniper's going to make this a expensive move here for Kusanagi. Kuhlwagen charging in here. Might want to push that one straight for the fuel point. Going up the Kuhlwagen instead, I guess that's the way as well.
The capture point is being overrun.
Troops reinforcing. And we got orbital on the way there for Kusanagi and the 107th Panzer Brigade. Machine gun staying up in the centre. Kuhlwagen very slowly approaching Metzny 3. Sturmpionier reinforcing finally. And there you go, Kuhlwagen routed. No mines down here from C++, which could otherwise derail the Kuhlwagen's progress towards Metzny 3 by blowing it up. So 4 kills. Oh, trying here for killing the sniper with the Kuhlwagen. A daring move. And there you go, Metzny 3 Kuhlwagen. A rare sight in the first place. Also means it can now still prepare itself, which means he has to worry less about managing that. Smoke bombs called in from the machine gun position, and the West Fox there's a section. Heavy shooting there. Section going to lose that badge. The Fox going to do to the power of the Sturmgewehr 44. Though there are a second section that's going to, I think, tie that around in favour of C++ in the end. Big push for the centre here. Saber's wiring off. Very good, very good. Wait, what? Did he just clear out a part of his base here? Did he just basically blow up a part of his base here to make it easier for his troops to move in and out of it? That's a first. That's a big first there. I mean, clearly C++ is thinking completely other lines than the rest of it. Petty mortals are. Well, he's basically focusing on maneuvering. C++ is opening new path for his troops to move into his base. I mean, it actually makes the retreat path go a bit faster. It also gives more places to move from. It also makes it hard for his opponents to just lock down, say, the western part. There is. That's some really deep stuff there from C++. That's also the first time you've seen it, but there you go. Trench going down here. C++ continues his different approach here to the map. Also equipped here with the Infrared Sturmgewehr package. Could also go for the light machine guns. Finally going back that eastern fuel point, but C++ I think is going to be very much set for getting out of tank faster here than Kusanagi. Vacancy also covering up further and cleared out lines of fire using the sappers. More trenches being dug. Good God. I also think this is the point here, but Kusanagi is really going to regret going for that mechanized regular, the battle group headquarters, and he's going to rush fair punch quarters instead. Because he could also just gone for light infantry guns, would be very great for dealing with this. Plus free smoke as well. So I think Kusanagi at some point may have to go for a battle group headquarters simply for the light infantry gun here. Sniper quickly falling back here as well. Again, just hiding behind the wall here. Just absolute sheer insane genius from C++. But Kenner from the way there, he's probably starting to worry about armor from C++. Very good move. There goes stun grenade into the trench. Doesn't really do anything except just stun them. Troops are reinforcing. Gonna need to get the storm pass back to let up some medical supplies. Clearing up further lines of fire. Wow, he's just blowing up everything here. On its either that or C++ just has some sort of absolute rage against squirrels and wishes to blow up any place they may be hiding. Maybe when he was a child he was bitten by a squirrel, mauled possibly by an entire pack of feral squirrels, and the trauma has scarred him for life in his mind. I don't know. And that would be a secondary possibility as well. All the way sniper there with 6 kills, veterans 1. Kuhlwagen there close being blown apart, but quickly pops into the observation mode. Slowly fixing itself up. Close to Panzer 4 there though. Theoretically could try and go for the target. Would be pretty risky here for Kusanagi, I think, versus C++. But give C++ plenty of time to, I think, further stabilise, whereas right now Panzer IV would put C++ under a lot of pressure. Also, he's going for Bren guns, 5-man sections and Bren guns. Not really combinations here a lot, despite, you know, being really good. Most players just stick to 5-man sections, but C++, again, clearly a man for whom the normal limits of the British metagame are ephemeral. They are nothing. He is a prophet of the British Army and of killing squirrels. Slightly awkward combination there, but I guess that fits with the British. Kuvan moving ahead here, catching a section about to lay down mine, or sandbags here. Closing in a Metzny 4. Ooh, nice hit from the sniper rifle there. Counter-attack here launched to push the British away from the eastern fuel point so they can't threaten that. Very good. At the same time, though, we got to push there for the western fuel point by Kusanagi's forces. Very nice move there. Orbison moving up with the infrared Sturmgewehrs. Machine guns suppressing the Tommies. As it turns out, a small wooden wheelbarrow is not really great cover for a machine gun. Munitions cache up. C++ again clearly has something planned. We don't know what it is he's planned, but he has something planned, and it's probably absolutely insane genius. Kuvan there. Oh no! Don't lose it! Don't lose it! Kusanagi! It's about to hit the ace level. In the west, we got forces finding on the western fuel point there. Also trying to connect it here. Looks like Kusanagi is trying to play for a Tiger tank. Though we know how to tank it out there for C++, it matters less. Now he's trying to stall for one, but I think still if Panzer IV faster could have been quite impactful. Could allow him to push out the machine in the east and then sort of open up some more frontage here. Still, he's handling this reasonably well by pushing on the west side instead of just trying to break out C++ from his by forcing him to, you know, defend the fuel point as well. He can maybe draw out him from the center and that way make it easier then to reclaim that as well. So, good play there by Kusanagi. Oh no, he lost the Kuberwagen in a rather silly way there. No idea why he decided to send that through the center there. That was a waste of a good Kuberwagen. An absolute waste. More smoke bombs here from Kusanagi. He's calling in a lot of them. Though... Oh, there he goes. Going to launch another assault there. Need to retreat the Volksgrenadiers. He's close to the Tiger tank though. In fact, he's now roughly a minute away from it. Sturmpan is moving up there. Also flanking with the Orbison. That's a good flank actually. Oh, could try and take out the sniper here with a bit of luck if he pursues. No. Oh, yes, no. No, he should have pursued. He should have tried and cut the pace a bit better. Missed opportunity to take out the sniper. In fact, he could still technically kill him since, I mean, he can actually kind of walk into the base there with this. So that's obviously the slight drawback here of C++ move. But he clearly favors the freedom of movement more than the potential his opponent might just walk in. There you go. Blend curve to prevent his opponent from then shooting in there. And this is definitely very interesting in a lot of ways there from C++. Sturmpan's being suppressed here. Western fuel point reclaimed. Still, the Tiger tank is moments away there. What is C++ thinking? He's thinking Anvil, meaning Churchill tanks. Also, they're pushing away the trench section there. Trying a bun grenade here. Ooh. And he gets a wipe. He actually gets the wipe. Nice work there by Kusanagi. Very nice work. He may actually have to go for Stuttgart's Fuss, but even then I still think the Lightning is going to be better, just more constant pressure plus the smoke would be much more useful versus C++. Again, Stuttgart's Fuss could work out, but he definitely needs artillery, well, the way C++ I think is setting up the battlefield here. Sniper there with a tiny slip of health. I mean, he's probably got like blood everywhere. And he's probably bleeding even now as he just sort of keeps fighting, but clearly he's stubborn enough, like, you know, don't worry about me, I don't need a doctor. Not with the current state of the NHS anyways. Choosing in there being suppressed by the MD-34. Vickers opening up there. Going for the fuel point again. Good play there by Kusanagi. Panzerfleet trying to hit the machine gun. Needs to get out of there before it gets wiped though. He really needs to get rid of that machine gun. I mean, this has been a surprisingly stubborn machine gun nest here for C++. And I'm surprised Kusanagi hasn't done more of an effort to just force it out somehow. Churchill tank on the way there. Kusanagi though is seconds away from the Tiger tank. Seconds away. Whoops, on there 7 kills, troops reinforcing, also need to get some medical supplies down, but he's short on munitions. There we go, Tiger tank ram here for Kusanagi and the 107th Panzer Brigade. Grab the western fuel point there. Bren's Hexen, they're proving to be a big problem for the Volksgrenadiers. Season Eastern victory point there, we got 201 versus 346. He's actually upgrading to heavy sappers, wow. And equipped with the Bren guns, so they really pack a lot of firepower. Just maybe picked them up there from the section that got wiped. Which did our Bren gun. There you go, Tiger tank moving ahead. One mission. to clear out that house and force out that damnable machine gun. There we go. Great hit from the anti-tank, and if we were to go for it now, he might have a good chance of clearing out the anti-tank gun. If the target doesn't get shot caught on the ground here. So now they're trying to open up. Good hit there. Turret ring jammed. Moving up the section. I think in part just so he can quickly crew it if he gets crewed by the target tank. But there you go. Kusanagi falling back. Sadly, he didn't have any info support here for the target tank because he saved all his resources for it. Church tank on the move. Artillery called in as well here by C++, who still hasn't a doctrine chosen. We're at the 20-minute mark and there's still nothing. He's blasting the area here. I mean, the Germans are long gone, so again, I suspect C++ just really hates squirrels. Obviously, just calling them the Germans retreated. But there's always the squirrel theory. Church tank moving ahead there. What was on the move there for the Eastern Victory Point? Direct hit from the target tank on the Churchill tank.
Supplies looking a bit squiffy. Line's been cut.
Troops reinforcing. And U-54 covering the centre.
A capture point is being overrun.
Swift advance up there on the sides. Tank moving westwards. Got the Panzer Commander added for increased accuracy. He could destroy the trench or he could just occupy them himself. And there you go. Churching in the west needs to get the TIE tank on that. He may also want to go for Yak Panzer to deal with it better. Would also again be a faster move here. Great time the church tank through the side. TIE tank again needs turret ring jammed again. Plus got the anti-tank and an anti-tank grenade as well. Double whammy there on the Tiger tank. That's going to definitely force that one out of commission for a bit. He can, of course, go for repair parties, and he's definitely doing that, which is a good move. Of course, another option here would be just to go for Stukas first now for the artillery. That could also work out. Sturmpan's about to get wiped. I think he just needs to retreat. Kusanagi is definitely pushing his line. Particularly the Sturmpan, he's like, if we lose them now, it's going to be even harder for him to repair the target tank fast and get into the battle again. So that would definitely not be a good move. But there you go. Repair party going to work on the Tiger tank there, fixing up the damaged parts. Section there surrounding the orbital line, again using that genius opening into the base there. Machine coming out the centre. Sturmpan is reinforced, medical supplies up again. They're not fully reinforced, need to press that button one more time. Kusanagi. Sniper there with 19 kills. Oh, caught by the MG-34. We got 228 versus 301. MG-34 coming out the eastern side.
We have 300 points remaining.
Tank reinforcing and troops reinforcing, healing. So now Panzer there versus the section here by the eastern victory point. Church tank setting out here for C++. MG-34 covering up. We got the Tiger tank advancing here for Kusanagi. Straight to the MG-34 on the eastern side. Tiger tank advances. Catching the Tommies in a very dreadful position. Could also take out the sniper here. Nice flank attempt here. I'm surprised he hasn't tried to launch bigger flanks for us, since it's actually quite surprisingly opening against C++. Almost got the sniper there, but decides once more not to pursue fully. Jumping in the west up, probably got another push here from Kusanagi there, though without anti-tank support, it's obviously, I think, doomed to fail against the Churchill tank.
We're losing a capture point.
Which is obviously going to be a problem there for Kusanagi, but great for C++. Looks like the Tiger's moving up the eastern side again. Great hit on the Sabres though, taking out a fat chunk of the members of that unit. McKenna joining in, second being pushed back here very slowly. Orbs on there, hoosing away with the infantry Sturmgewehrs.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Great here in the section trying to reinforce here. 6 kills on the Tiger tank. Second push out the building. Slow advance here up the eastern side, western side here. Almost got the section. Sniper's got it. There we go. Jam the turret ring on the Tiger tank. Well, actually just slowing it down for like a second or two. Ended up having no effect. Here's again where some artillery would be great for Kusanagi to just blast some all this stuff. I could try and call in smoke here. We could even call in smoke here to advance the Tiger further up there. Just like in a smoke artillery could really do great for Kusanagi. Another hit from the cannon of the Churchill tank. But Kusanagi seems awfully passive or pensive here. Needs to retreat the machine gun. Now lucky. Ooh, got lucky there. Didn't get it. Puzzling out then tank rapidly, but not before this off. An absolutely staggering blow there from the Churchill tank. Close to white there, in fact. Snubber with 22 kills. Tiger good to go once more for Kusanagi. He could soon go for a Panzer IV. He could, of course, try and go for a Panther. Yakbrins are like all I think are valid choices. But I think a Panther would help more with all the support weapons and infantry right now. Now again, he could go for the Stugersfuss, then go for Yak Panzer IV. And again, have the Stugersfuss help us the anti-tank guns. Then again, if he's not good at using it, he probably shouldn't. But at that point, he should then go for the Battle Group headquarters field and then the light infantry guns. But he needs artillery, I think, to help sort of properly, I think, break C++ stranglehold here. Oh, section almost wiped out. Drop the Bren gun. Betching free there on the sniper. 23 kills. Got the Upsilon charging ahead here, right into heavy fire there from the British and the Bren guns. Troops enforcing, fixing up the Tiger tank. Quick counter. Oh, plus there did not get upgraded in time and actually now have a Bren gun. That's pretty handy there for Kusanagi. There are a problem there though for C++ men. More till he called in here. 228 was in 233. Could try and use the trench here against the C++. We could try and clear tanks on the path of the Tiger tank. Bren Fultzman is retreated. Another sniper for C++. Wow. I mean, considering the count. Oh, sniper went down there. Sniper went down. Good kill there for Kusanagi. Tiger tank being repaired again. Starting to look like he's either planning a Panther or he's just struggling with manpower due to the constant bleeding. Due to the constant attacking straight to C++, who also of course has a sniper. Tiger tank once more good to go here for possible another offensive against the Inselaffen. Cyprus Church tank moving up from the west side. Ken Murphy shoots. Machine gun opening in the advancing section. Tiger tank moving in. Ooh, quick kill there. A lot of fun. The Tiger tank, double anti-tanks, all that. Again, he needs something to flank through here and sort of catch him off guard. Artillery called in, which will disrupt, but not really, I think, gain any sort of serious harm there on C++. Did get some damage on the machine gun, but nothing fatal. But Kenneth up there again. Probably should pull ahead the Orbison a bit faster against the Sappers, pushing them away. We got 228 versus 2. Kusanagi starting to bleed out C++. He may ultimately consider hitting that fuel point a bit more. Tiger tank being hauled back for repairs once more.
Ready for work.
And we got the AVRE out for C++, putting out 2 Churchill tanks of 2 varying models. Again, we're gaining 2 there against the Churchill tank of C++. Fulton up here, Cat opening up with a Bren gun. Oh, nice use of rapid maneuvers. Very overlooked ability, but quite good, obviously. And so nice work there by C++. Also, of course, gone here for Royal Engineers finally. Almost got the western victory point. Defending the western one. And also got the eastern one there under control. So that's a triple cat there. And is bleeding out C++ rapidly. Tiger tank being repaired. Can Sin go for a Panther? Again, the question is actually a Panther he needs here? And with the anti-tank is easily laying down a lot of damage on the Tiger tank. The question is, wouldn't a Panther for the Stugas was just doing better? So if we can get rid of the anti-tank, the Churchill tanks become much more isolated. Well, that's just me. I'll fix up the Tiger tank. Oh, moves a bit too fast there. Moves a bit too fast. He's probably keen on trying to defend the points here. Keep up the bleed against C++. Tiger tank there very close to Vetsinci 2. Shot fired. Good hit there. Clarence and Jenkins blown to bits. Tully called in here. Didn't really do much there, to be honest. Just a waste of munitions here for Kusanagi. Panther almost done for Kusanagi and Deutschland. Back here, troops reinforcing. Churchill tank rolling forwards like a lumbering beast of steel and tea. Tiger tank forwards, there you go, direct hit on the Churchill tank, gaining 2. Lekenwe also landing a great hit here. Return fire on the Tiger tank is intense, and meanwhile the soldiers keep pushing forwards under intense Vickers machine gun fire there from C++ and the Guards Armour Division. And the Avery finally puts an end to the cannon, obliterating the crew. Now it's trying to destroy it here with the anti-tank gun. Good move there by C++. But they can't hit. I want to pop up in cover. Oh, he just ran out of munitions, so never mind there. Got a cannon for destroyed. Now the target tank is getting absolutely pumped here by British anti-tank. It's got the Panther moving up here on the flank. Catching the Church in the bad spot. Very good there. Pinlock machine gun being added. Also good as the infantry. Of course, with the anti-tanks containing the Panther, there's a limit to how long it can stay there before it gets knocked out of the war. And the anti-tank guns clearly aren't having much of an issue with the Panther's frontal armour. Yeah, I really feel like some artillery would do great here for Kusanagi. Again, I'd recommend the Battle Group headquarters light infantry guns, simply because again the smoke screens, which will also be great for disrupting C++ defences without costing munitions, since that way you can prevent the anti-tank machine from easily coordinating on whatever target, which I think made it easier for Kusanagi to push through here. We got 220 versus 152. Fixing out the target tank once more. He's lost the Sturmpioneers. That's definitely a bit of a problem there for Kusanagi. Loses one element of repair, but also a way of getting his healing up to his troops, in which case, you know, battle headquarters would be pretty nice. More trenches here from C++. He likes those trenches. That's how I keep them squirrels out. Silence. Great going for Sturmpioneer squad here for Kusanagi. Need to retreat and force those orbs on. They're very low in health. I don't think they're going to do much more than waste manpower for Kusanagi at that point. C++ really digging in hard here, and Kusanagi has sort of again left I think in a bit of an awkward spot, since now again he really badly needs artillery. He needs to pull off a great flank, and his tactics, while initially good on flanking, has been increasingly relying more and more on just brute force here versus C++, which very much favours C++, who's now really just going to exploit it with so many trenches. Wow. I haven't seen so many trenches since only the British can use them. In which case, of course, they'd spam them, but now he's just throwing them down anyways. They're all over the place. That is definitely rare. More trenches down. Target tank being pushed back here.
Enemy down to 200 points.
200 points left for Kusanagi versus C++ 152. Panther being repaired. Troops healing reinforcing. Need to cover that target tank. We got the British anti-tank guns and Churchill in pursuit of it. There we go. Full volley there. Target tank down to less than half health. You're going to have to get out there fast. Close one there. In the east, we've got this machine gun there holding up the sappers. Sniper joining in the fun with 9 kills. Also coinciding with the last thing all of his victims said before dying. 9. Panther engaging the Churchill tank here. Already taking a lot of damage. The tank has been having no issues with the Panther's frontal armour. Machine gun routed. The situation seems deteriorating here for Kusanagi a bit under the withering and slow assaults here of C++. Big infantry push is easily thwarted here by the heavy machine guns of C++. Machine gun about to get cleared out with the Churchill flanking in there. The situation for Kusanagi is starting to look a bit, shall we say, bleak. The lack of artillery is proving to be an increasingly large problem as C++ just digs in. Move straight up there to shoot the Avery at the Schwerpunted Cord. I think he's just doing it to taunt Kusanagi, to be honest. Like, he knows it won't destroy it and do that much damage, but he's just sort of showing to him he doesn't care about what Kusanagi's doing. I think he's taunting him. Possibly, at least. Target tank being fixed up. Panther will be next. I mean, Kusanagi really needs to either launch a great flank assault, he needs to launch until he really wants to keep up with these sort of head-on assaults. So far, Kusanagi seems to be really committing to neither of those two elements. Well, at least he needs to get better at using his smoke bombs again. Okay, target tank on the left flank seems to be getting something more positive. Panther moving in. Direct hit there. Calling an artillery here on the anti-tank gun. Forcing it away. Got another gunner killed. Close to feeling that target tank taking heavy fire there from all of the British guns. Right here on the Churchill tank. Continues to push ahead there. Both close to Vetchny 3 there. Needs to start the assault to pick out the aviary. There's a massive issue. He needs to get the Panther up there, but the Panther's setting up support here. And a tank on the way. Should probably try and focus that one down, to be honest. And so it's a bigger threat to the target tank, I think, than the Churchill tank, to be honest. But he's focusing down. There we go. Switching over to that for the Panther tank. Almost got the Churchill tank, but I think he's gone rid of the anti-tank. He could just push for the Churchill more easily. Aviary there, pushing back the Germans in the east. Almost got the anti-tank, and the machine in the trench is proving to be a very big headache here for Kusanagi. Overall, that machine has just been really great payoff there for C++. Moving ahead very slowly. Could get the anti-tank in here and destroy it. But there you go, second anti-tank ready. The train is not helping out Kusanagi's target tank either. It's not opening up. Got the anti-tank gun, but he's going to have to pull back the target tank. Could try and call artillery on the trenches. Force them out. Very close with the target tank there. And trench down, there you go. Vetchny 3 command target here for Kusanagi. They're about to get hosed. A section they're about to get murdered out in the open. Could get a whack, in fact. And there you go. Small win here for Kusanagi. The situation, though, remains pretty awkward. He's going to have to fix up all the tanks. He's bringing up a Panzer IV now. Not bad. Section machine gun all there, heading out from, again, the needed creative gap. In fact, it seems like he's increased the size of the gap there just to make things easier to move through. Straight to Marne with the Panzer suffering heavy casualty. The assault is easily aborted. May also been the reason he's got it up there so he can mostly disrupt any flanking assault here from Kusanagi towards here. And there's a lot there behind it. He could have maybe made a run for the Bren gun before trying this up. They're now popping into the trench there. Turning the trenches against C++. Very good move there by Kusanagi. Totally called in though here by C++. He doesn't want those dastardly hands using his trenches. Orbs on there, need to retreat. Troops reinforcing. And there you go, Panzer IV, Ausfuhr and Jod arriving here for Kusanagi. Sam sending out there, we got the Indian holding 10 RPs rounds, tearing through the British infantry with deadly accuracy. Target tank moving up here. Great hit from the anti-tank gun though. And the other one joining in the fun here, Panther moving up as well. Lots of fire there, need to pull back the Tiger and the Panther already. Panther forming up the flank here. He could also try calling smoke around the anti-tank guns. I think that also worked out great there for Kusanagi. Panther almost knocked out here. Bad news for Kusanagi and the 107th Panzer Brigade. Sturmpani's in trouble. Tiger tank there down to half health. Also very close to Vetchny 4, which gets access to the combat blitz ability. Another hit on the target tank. His infantry dying as they're trying to screen the target tank there. Need to get out of there. Scheiße. Panzer IV moving up, they're halted by the aviary and one to tank and finds about to lose his Panzer IV without it really in the end doing much here for Deutschland. C++ is proving to be a very vicious opponent, and there you go, Panzer IV goes down. Panther needs to be hauled back further into the base. And there you go, Panther down, a sundering blow there to Kusanagi, who's now lost Panther and Panzer IV, leaving him just with his Vetchny 3 Tiger tank, which is about to get knocked out as well, if he's not careful. So he's holding up to some terrain there. He got 121 versus 110, pretty close in terms of victory points, but C++ forces down to again much bigger and certainly a bit more well equipped. Fixing up the Tiger tank here. Plenty of fuel for Kusanagi, but not enough manpower.
A capture point is being overrun.
Glen curb on the Churchill tank. Sneaky and cheeky play.
We're losing a capture point.
Churchill just running straight through it. Also could try and make a run there for the second Bren gun. Panzer fast off. And there you go, he shoots, misses. Tiger tank good to go once more here for Kusanagi, for Deutschland. 30 kills on this mighty beast of steel. Which then bounces off the Churchill tank's shot, that's good. There you go, Vetchny 4 gain on the command Tiger. Very actually good to see one get that far, most players tend to throw them away. Calling in artillery, but still need to be careful here. Lots of fire there, easily penetrating the Tiger Tank's frontal armor. Sappers there though being obliterated. Sure, no mercy. Totally fire raining down there. Don't think really just did much there. Almost got the Sappers though. Fulton for the center victory point again, trying to bleed out his opponent. Halfway to the east on that Tiger Tank. Oh, he's about to lose it. Get it out of there. Blitz! Blitz! Oh, too late, too slow. Those anti-tank guns are dangerous opponents here. Kusanagi underestimated, I think, with that. Oh, he also lost his punch, but I think that's it for Kusanagi. He may struggle for a bit longer, but the fight, I think, is very much over. Losing the Ace Tiger was very much losing his last remaining hope. As C++ hordes bear down upon him. His tanks burned out or completely scrapped. Kusanagi only has a few remaining infantry units. While Kusanagi has, well, also a few infantry units, but he's still got tanks backing him up. And of course the Ace Vickers machine gun here. We got 113 versus 91. I guess Kusanagi still thinks there's a chance in there. Go grab the second Bren gun for the Fultz Grenadiers. But forced away. Without mercy. By C++. 113 versus 85. Is he trying for another Tiger Tank here? That's pretty ambitious by Kusanagi, I think. It is pretty ambitious. Got Betsy Forbessoldaten, forced away. A section counting the machine gun there again, defeated from the advancing British troops. Avery's moving forwards once more. Section flanking in here on Kusanagi. Sturmpuning are doing what they can, but can they do much? Can they do much? And there you go, grenade. Artillery calling in then the Min 234. Avery moves ahead. Oh, hope the Sturmpanzer actually retreat. Tried to bait them into doing it. Clever move there, but C+ didn't pan out. Artillery on hand does the job anyways. Yak Panzer on there for Kusanagi. I think that's a bit late, and I think he also realizes there we go. GG, game over. A brutal battle here on Langraskaya. Kusanagi early mid game had some good moves, but in the end I feel like he just fell too much in attacking for the center. His mechanized regiment also ended up feeling not doing much because he never got a unit for it. And I think he actually should have gone for battle group headquarters instead. Doing some light infantry guns would have done much better. I think would have made it much harder for C++ to enact the strategy here. But certainly also good place there for C++. That was really an interesting move there by him. Definitely not something expected. Clearly not something Kusanagi expected either. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell friends, tell family, but don't tell your enemies. This is Imperial Links. Cheers. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you all tomorrow again for another episode.